All right, everyone. Happy Monday-Runday. How's everyone doing out there? Slow these trains down. Woo. Woo. And what you guys were hearing was the 1361. It's actually its whistle right now. Oh, yeah. Gotta love that. It's called the 1361 on her Shakedown Run, 1987. So that's pretty cool. A lot of local Pensy history right there. And what we have here on the track today is my 1361. This is a PS1 MTH version or rendition of that. Not full scale, it's 027, but still a great piece. One of my favorite locomotives ever to roll on the rails. So, but yeah, just felt like running that tonight, and I did a couple of mods to the cars that she's pulling, these heavyweight Pensy cars. I'll show you guys a little bit later. But hopefully everyone's doing great. It's been a busy weekend. The week's just getting started. I actually had the day off today. I wasn't feeling too well this morning, but I was able to get some things done while recovering. So you guys will be getting some videos coming out shortly. Here, let me spin this camera around. Give me a second. Oh. All right. I'll go slow so I don't make anyone sick here. All right. Almost there. There we go. All right, everyone. How's it going? Yeah, I got the Keystone. So I look like the front of a GG1 if I do this and then do like one of these. Oh, man. Got a lot of people watching right now. This is about 13 or so. YouTube doesn't show me everyone who's watching, so whoever's watching now or on the replay, welcome to Monday-Runday, our schedule live series every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See some new faces in here. I met a bunch of great people this weekend. Amazing bunch of Railfanners and part of the community. So if anyone is here from that, welcome as well. We were at Strasbourg this past weekend, filming the 611 again, and it was a lot drier than the last time I was out there. And the last time I was out there, it was awful. It was raining, inches of water everywhere. Edward said, "Do you have the AC on?" I've got a fan on. I can turn it off. Does that help? And what you guys are hearing now is actually the transformer on the layout. So I can actually turn that off too because it's draining power for, oh, it's making a whole bunch of heat. But yeah, I do have a fan on up here. Oof, this thing's creaking on me. We do have AC in the house. It's just the house is so tall it doesn't reach. Like the blower doesn't really put anything up here in the attic. So I'm usually dying of heat and all of that good stuff. So eventually I plan on getting an AC unit up here. Window unit's not feasible because my windows are too small, but I can get one of those stationary cube things. All the hot air basically gets pushed out through like a conduit. So that's on the list of things to buy, something like that. So, but yeah, I got a big old box fan. It's really hot up here most days in the summer now. So, unfortunately, also got my Lionel. This is the weirdest Lionel mug I've ever seen. Like they put, it's hard to see here. I'll put some lights on real quick. It's the strangest mug I think I've ever seen with like advertisement and product placement because they put all the logos where your hand would be. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense why they do that. Let me get the lights on really quick. Got to mess around with the Wiz app up here. Change the lights. Let's do forest. Oh, the fan. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, it's going to be hot up here until the fall, I'm assuming. But I've got, like I said, I've got to save up and get a nice AC. I'm going to turn the fan back on. Put it further away. There we go. Yeah, I need a little bit of air. It's killer up here. Heat rises, and I'm in the highest tower of the house, so I get what I deserve. I mean, there we go. Whew. Yeah, I really do need an AC up here, and I don't think my neighbor's attic is air conditioned. So literally all of the heat from their room that's connected to this, it just builds up in here. So that wall's hot. Like if I touch the wall, it's warm. And then if I touch the ceiling, it's somewhat warm, but the AC vent is like right above my head. Where is it? There it is, right next to the smoke detector. That doesn't work too well. So there we go. Hey, Micah, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Got some new faces in here. We have Jack. Seen Edward before. Very knowledgeable with train stuff. I love hearing like a lot of like I'm always learning, so it's great to have veterans in the train world in here. So it's always great. Before we had Pat O'Connor, North Country's here as well, and Railfan Rogers also here or was here. Gus was in here as well. Awesome. But yeah, like I said, YouTube doesn't tell me everyone who's in or out. It's just the way they roll. Rock Island HO scale cars. Very cool. Yeah, so the one of my future pieces I want to get is actually the 2030 set Lionel. It's not the exact 2030, but they're the post-war Alco diesels. They have the two different style Union Pacifics, and then they have the Erie, like I have back. Oh, there's the box fan right there. So you guys can see that. But on the shelf, I'll show you guys. Right in there, these guys, let me get there we go. These are 2032 Eries. And in that same series, they came out with Rock Island Alco engines. They look really cool. They're red and black, and they're kind of hard to find. A lot of collectors hold on to them, but if I can find one for under, man, the sky's the limit for some of that post-war stuff. But I would love to pick it up because it's a classic Lionel piece. As you guys can tell, I'm kind of a Pennsy fan, but other railroads are always welcome up here. But I've always wanted that full set with both UP units, Union Pacifics, the Erie, and the Rock Island. I'm not sure what else Lionel made in that, but it's pretty cool. The Rock Blue. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, it's I recently got into Conrail stuff. from a bunch of friends of mine, a bunch of my YouTube family were like, you got to get into Conrail and Penn Central. Wasn't a huge fan before, but I'm playing it. I'm playing it fair because I totally missed the golden age of railroading. I'm too young for, everything. I would say any of the railroads that a lot of the veterans grew up with, like Penn Central, Conrail. Let me go back further, Pennsylvania Railroad, all that stuff. Yeah, Dockman is the king of Conrail. Sean Dockman Productions. Yeah, king of Conrail. It's all good. Like I know a decent amount about some of the stuff around here, but I'm always learning. Um, it's just the way I am. I've always been learning stuff, especially like when I go out to a railroad and things like that. Railfan Roger. Speaking of Conrail, I'm playing Roblox on the Strasburg free drive. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's crazy. So for anyone who hasn't been to the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum that's located in Strasburg, it's owned by the state of Pennsylvania. If you go up to any piece of motive power that's either like a rectifier engine or locomotive or a Jeep unit, you will find Conrail Blue paint underneath whatever black paint they use to spray over it. You can't hide it. It shines through. And a great example was last week. Basically, I was actually this past weekend, I went down to the Northern Central Railroad, Northern Central Railway, and I asked the engineer, I said, is there Conrail Blue paint on this thing? He's like, yeah, look at the brake handle. He lifted up the brake handle. Underneath it was all Conrail Blue. Hatch on the front of the locomotive was all Conrail Blue. I unfortunately tried to take a picture of it. It just didn't come out too well. But yeah, it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, there's Conrail all over this thing. And the other Jeep that they have it's got a lot of paint defects, but you can see all the Conrail Blue still on the outside. You don't have to look very hard to find it. Hey, Raylan, how's it going? Finished creating my Penn Central to Conrail transition train in 2020. Hey, so I think I showed this last. I don't know if I showed this last stream or not, but this is my next project, everyone. It's just chilling under the workstation here. Hey, Jack, how's it going? Yeah, this is it's a Penn Central right here, and it needs trucks. It needs a motor. This is I'm assuming MPC era Lionel. And on the bottom, let's see. Yes. Yep. This is definitely MPC. It's got the oh geez, I wasn't it's got the Mount Clements stamping on the bottom. It's really nice. Someone preserved this, but I think they just used it for parts and left the shell. I got this for, I think it was like $10, but I've got a lot of good plans for this. I think I'm going to put, I'm not sure if I got to find motors for it first. I got all these ideas thinking in my head. So if you, you guys, have any cool ideas with this, I'd like to hear it in comments, or if you guys would like to type it out. But I would like to put the four-wheel trucks back on here. This is a GP7. I'm assuming Jeep 7. It doesn't have the fins up top. And I think someone removed it because there's two, what do you call them? Two stacks right on top. It's kind of hard to see because the lighting. But there are two stacks on here, and I think those were for the screw holes for the dynamic braking fins that would be up on top. So it's pretty cool. Penn Central MPC era. Yeah, I wish it had trucks. I wish I could run this today. And the dirty thing I've been thinking, this is horrible. So I have I'm not going to do it. I have a Seaboard I just fixed. It's got 6-wheel trucks. I think it's a SD38, SD40. I think it's a 38. I was thinking about taking that shell off of the Seaboard, getting rid of the shell, like selling it or something, and then putting those trucks into the GP9 I just fixed up, that Norfolk Southern GP9, and then taking the GP9 trucks and putting it onto this GP7. Now, the crazy thing with that is that we went to the what was it? God, what was it? Trying to think of the railroad. It was a Boyertown somewhere. I should remember this. Colebrookdale. So at Colebrookdale, they have a GP38, and it would look just like that with the trucks, but it's whatever. So paint it in Rock Island colors. No, this is too cool. Like, this is stock. I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Be my first Penn Central locomotive that doesn't look like garbage. Like, I had a Penn Central as a kid, and it was it was a junky switcher engine, and it literally fell apart. And it was when Lionel was trying to experiment with DC and AC, and it was just, I think it just fried. I think I put it on the tracks, it just fried up. But it came with a bunch of like really crappy plastic stamp cars, and we ended up, I think my dad ended up replacing all the trucks in them to have operating couplers. It was not good. So, no, this is a good one. This is going to be a keeper. Both GP7, GP9 had options for dynamic brakes. The only true physical difference is I don't know. Let's see. Oops, it's buffering apparently. All right, sorry guys, the stream was buffering for a second. So yeah, I'm assuming this is a 7. That's what they told me at the store. I'm gonna believe them. They're great people. But enough talking about this. But really quick, I've got some cool ideas with this. You get more lights on. It's like they're like dimming themselves and then not dimming themselves. All these fancy technologies, man. Can't get with it. Ooh. It's called candlelight. I guess we'll go with that. Candlelight's cool. Let's do that. Hey, Jake, how's it going? Whoops. So yeah, with this, I've got some cool plans for this. So I want to put, I'm going to put the original motors back in. Most likely go with an electronic reverse if I can find the reverse circuit cards for cheap. I'm going to put an electronic reverse in here, so this isn't like a crunchy MPC engine. Like my Norfolk Southern up on the wall, it's got a really, really crunchy E unit in there, and I've tried everything to fix it. I'm usually pretty good at making those nice and quiet. Like my 624 is really quiet. 2025 is like silent. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'm going to put electronic reverse in here. It's going to be conventionally controlled, and put new lights in here, trick it out with all kinds of lights, all kinds of fun stuff like that. So that's the plan for the Jeep. It's got to get parts. I might go to a train show in, I think it's in Philly. I'm not exactly sure yet if I can make it out there, but it's one heck of a drive out there, and it'll be the first train show of this entire 2 years that I've been to a train show, and then I'm planning to actually do a stand at a train show or have a table at the Timonium train show in Maryland. So that's on the list of things to do, because I got a bunch of stuff I'd like to sell that just don't really fit in with the railroad up here, or they just don't mean a whole lot to me. Some extra pieces here and there. Jake's doing good. Just relaxing at home. Yep, same here. It's just been a chill night. So, yeah, it's just, relaxing, doing the stream, having a good time. Oh god, Conrail 8098. Yeah, I'll get into that. Oh man. Do you like the Southern Pacific and Santa Fe? Yes and yes. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I've got some Southern Pacific stuff up on the wall. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll spin you all around. Back to the wall. Oh, Dockman's going to see me in Timonium. Is that a threat or a promise? It'd be cool to hang out at that show. All right, so Southern Pacific. What do we got? I got these F units here. It's an AA set from Williams, and then Santa Fe all the way right here. These two guys. It's a set AA set, and then I've got the FT Lionel FT. What is that called? Oh, geez, it's the El Capitan set. It's a passenger set, and it uses rail sounds. But yeah, I'll have to check out the Greenbergs in Oaks, PA. I definitely need to get out to a Greenberg show because I need parts. I need a lot of parts, as you guys know, and I've got a bunch of things to fix that have just been sitting around like in boxes and things for a couple years, things like that. So really quick, Auguste Reese Singers is this Saturday, huh? Oh, also Santa Fe. I forgot to mention too. I've got it's on the floor. It's an RS locomotive. It's kind of hard to see. It's an MPC era. Well, actually, I'd call it like a modern era Lionel. It's got the DC motors and kind of doing the Conrail or the K line thing with the drum motors in the trucks, and it just does not run too well. I think one of the gears are broken off, so one of the motors free spins. So, what Conrail 8098 was talking about. So the crazy thing that happened this week was that Menards finally released to the public their Santa Fe. I believe it's an F3 locomotive. I almost bought one. Okay, that's the thing today because I saw RBP Trains had he had purchased one. He wrote a community post, which I don't have community posts yet, which I wish I did because I'd tell you guys all kinds of crazy stuff and let you know where we're going and things like that. But he posted that he purchased one, and I looked him up on Menards' website. They're only going for with shipping and handling and taxes. I think it was under $160. It was like $158.75, like something ridiculous. So I almost bought one, but I've got some other expenses right now that are a little bit more important, I know, than buying trains, but got a couple of trips planned out and some repair stuff to do around here. So that locomotive will be on hold, but if Menards releases a Pennsylvania, either, an F unit or even maybe an E unit, it's definitely going to be up here in the collection. That's the thing. I want Pensy stuff. I like Santa Fe. Like I just told you guys, I like the Santa Fe look. I've got the what do you call it? The tin on the wall. You guys can barely see it. Well, this way. There it is, right there. If I didn't like Santa Fe, I wouldn't have had that, So it was in the cart this morning. It's actually still in my cart. But as soon as they make a Pensy locomotive, it's signed, sealed, delivered. I don't care if I have to put it on credit. But $148 for an engine, or $160. We'll round up. Always round up with finances. It's like, yeah, I mean that's a deal. The only concern I have, it has that Lion Chief looking remote thing. I'm not too keen about. So I'm an old school power guy, like my 275 watt transformer. I'm not too sure how that remote will work. If there's a conventional switch on it, yeah, I'll be all for it. But right now I'm a little apprehensive. Let it go through beta testing with the public. I know I heard here and there that a couple of people were chosen to test run the locomotive before public sale. But I want people to run it through the trenches and maybe let it short out and stuff, see how well it runs, watch some videos on it, and then we'll go from there. So you know, it's one of those things. It'll happen in time. I've got enough Santa Fe stuff right now. I've got those F3s up on the shelf, and then I got the FT. So I'm good right now. But like I said, anything Pensy, yeah, cool. I'll be all for it. Be awesome. Quaker Oats. Wait, Conrail 8090. Do you have a turtle? I do not. Turtles are cool though. um, Micah wrote, I will be going to Williams Grove Model Train Show. I'll have to check that out too. He's got a Quaker Oats train set. I have seen those. I've seen the oh man, what was it? I think it was the Cornflakes car. Like they go for big money. Also the I saw like a Tony the Tiger tanker, or I think it was a box car from like the early 90s or something. That went for crazy money as well. So yeah, definitely hold on to those pop culture sets. They always, the value always jacks up on nostalgia, So definitely hold on to those. Edward wrote, get the diesel locomotive spotter's guide. Whoa. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get one of those. Like, I'm serious about that. Because I tell you guys all the time, I'm trying to get better at identifying diesels and other pieces of motive power out there on the tracks. It's kind of hard to identify stuff today. Norfolk Southern kind of gives us hood. CSX, if you're lucky, they'll have it written under the hood what a locomotive is. If it's anything but a Jeep, I'm usually pretty off with that. Conrail cutting out. Oh yeah, not being an O gauge. I am quite interested in seeing the new Menards locomotive, considering the price. Even someone like me could get into O scale. That is a great point at North Country. O scale I'm going to say this, can be expensive. Doesn't have to be expensive. Like some of my favorite pieces I've purchased for under $200. I'm talking motive power, not cars. Like the Baldwin you guys saw earlier in the stream, which we'll get running in a little bit. That was exactly like under $200. It's a great piece. It's an MTH piece. My K4, my 1361, I believe it was $147 or something like that. And the same guy actually sold one last week. It was part of Trains with a Z. He was selling the same exact PS1, and they go for a lot of money usually because it's a K4, and the 1361 is really hot right now because of the restoration project on her. So, excuse me. So yeah, O scale can be very expensive. Now, the best thing to do is go to train shows, antique markets, flea markets. You can sometimes find a great deal. So yeah, it's a great point though. But yeah, $160 for a locomotive that's loaded with, I think from what I saw, the Lion Chief looking remote thing had sounds. It had a diesel horn, a bell, and talking. So you're getting a locomotive with rail sounds basically for under $160. I mean, that's a great deal, in my opinion. But if it works and people tried testing it and everything, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Gus, they did sell out from what I could see. I wish I could have bought it this morning once I saw his post. I didn't pick it up. But like I said, any Pensy stuff they're selling, it'll be gone. I'm buying it. Conrail 8098. You should get the ore cars from Menards. I did see that. You can get like the dealer pack. I think it gives you like 4 cars, I believe. It's like 4 cars for under $70. I would do that. I have some ore cars right now. It's not a priority right now on the railroad. Honestly, I'm looking for some other pieces that are in mind right now. but they do look very, very nice. That will be probably picked up later. Oh God, Lionel did a 3 Mile Island train set. Jeez. All I can think about with that is like the nuclear accident. Oh, jeez. Uh, Railfan Roger 2223 CR clear to paradise. Oh wow. Adam, what's up? Yeah, poor Adam has left the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and he's living it up in Texas. So congratulations on that. And yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Texas, I've got a lot of friends that moved to Texas for music because they lived in New York and they got canned because of all the restrictions and things, and they couldn't find work. So they said, well, we'll go to Texas. Texas never really closed, so to say, compared to New York was a complete wreck and a shutdown. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Switcher, 2 tank cars and a box car. Wow. And a caboose. Can't forget that caboose. Now, if you guys missed it, I did a caboose parade to celebrate the 4th of July. I thought it was fun. We had 17 caboose on the main line with the Alco could pull her, or not the Alco, the Baldwin switcher could pull them. But the one of the cars was an MP, of course, those pesky MPC era cars with those tab couplers that I always talk about. Kept on releasing in the center of the train, and then I even put it at the end of the train. So what I did was I took one of my New York Central F units and then my Southern F unit and put them in the middle. I made a DPU. It worked out really well. It was such a great time. So if you guys missed that, take a gander at that. Just see the madness. You know what I mean? Hey Jamie, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Still disorganized. Yeah, me too. We moved in about a year ago, and I'm still. Oh, scared me. The speaker turned off on me. But yeah, we're still getting through it. Still finding stuff, going through stuff all the time. The set without the switcher 40. I'll have to check that out. I think the lights are messing with the camera. So let me. Looks like I'm like phasing in and out. Pretty cool. 400. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, I was actually looking at some other train sets on eBay and some things that are becoming collectible because it's going to sound really morbid. Like some older collectors are starting to unfortunately pass away. So a lot of these collections are going up on eBay for crazy money. But if you're lucky, if it's like an estate sale, you can find a really good value. Here, we'll go to Sunset. Did that even do anything? I don't think that did anything at all. I'm trying to find a good light for the stream up here. Steampunk. Did that do anything at all? Made that one white back there. I don't know. Oh, you're saying without the switcher, $400. Jeez. Just finished up the main. Oh wow. Lack of planning. Story of my life. I mean, what? Why is that blinking? I just want the lights to stay on, so I'm not like talking in the dark. I'm ready to just go back to blue. I'll go back to my dark blue. There we go. And I'll turn this one red or something. Here. Take that. There you go. Lights. Gemma is downstairs somewhere. Just chilling out down there. There is a train set on eBay for $25 plus shipping. Oh, gauge. Yeah, so back to affordability with some of these trains. Consignment stuff can be hit or miss. From my experience, if I ever go to a train shop and you ask about consignment, usually it's hard to talk them about a price, like talk down, negotiate a price because they want one price. And sometimes people on consignment are not familiar of trains and things. They'll look up a pricing guide. Like I've had this happen to me. This is why I can talk from experience, and then it's just things that have actually happened to me. So I went to a train show and I asked about a car, and the guy said, "Well, it's on consignment." And I asked him, like, "Can you talk them down?" Because they wanted like it was like $75 for a car. I think it was a smoking caboose. So I asked him, "Can you talk to the owner to talk him down?" He's like, "No, it's firm." And I looked up on Greenberg's. That's the thing. If you guys if you ever need help valuing some of the trains, Greenberg's guide can give you a rough blueprint. It's like Kelly Blue Book for cars. Greenberg's train pricing guide can be a good indicator of what's hot in the market and things like that. Don't like swear to it, but it's a helpful guide. And it was exactly what the guy was asking. Like, oh, it's Greenberg's price. Of course, it's going to be like not the value, but people go to train shows for a good value and to network and promote. And they're a lot of fun. I really miss them. And I'll see what train shows are going on this weekend and see what we can do. I still have my 2 trains in the shop right now. Not my shop. It's actually at an official Lino repair station shop in the area. And he is looking for, basically he's looking for the parts, and I was supposed to do the work, but I think he's going to do the work and I'm just going to be given a brand new fixed locomotive. So that should be a lot of fun. Adam's waiting for his furniture to get delivered. Yep. I remember those days. Getting the train set up. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Jamie, hang in there. It's been an interesting day for me as well. I wasn't feeling too well this morning. I had to call out. So, whoops. Conrail got my MTH SD70 Mac BNSF barf bonnet. Yeah, for $150. Yeah, some of the greatest values ever. Like I always talk about my GP9. I'm very passionate about my Western Maryland GP9 up on the shelf. Hopefully you guys, there she is, all the way up there. That's my girl right there. Yeah. That was $50, and it's fully loaded with all the sounds and all the fun stuff. It doesn't have smoke. I wish it had a smoker in it, a smoke unit. That'd just make it like my favorite engine of all time on the, at least what I have up here. $200. Yeah, that's not too bad. Like I said, my Baldwin switcher, the AS616, $200, and then the K4 was like 150 ish. But I can't wait to see what Menards is going to do. I'm really excited for that. Whoops, spilling coffee up here. I'm really excited to see if they continue making diesels. I want them to be successful. Like I'm not hoping they burn and fail with this experiment. It's an experiment at this time. But I really hope they do it right, and I hope it's successful, because I would love to buy more Menards stuff because it's affordable compared to some of the Lionel stuff that's like crazy expensive. I'm doing railroading on a budget. I've got a huge collection, but I need to be smart about what I purchase and things like that. There will be a train show in Scranton area October 3rd. Yeah. And hey, Railfan, yes, a friend of mine that lives, I would say well, they're not like close by, but they notified me this week as well about that show. But the thing is, the Timonium show, I believe, is that same weekend. I think it's the 2nd and 3rd of October. I'll have to definitely check into that, but I'm only going to do Saturday, most likely at the Timonium show. if I end up getting a table. I have to buy that table soon, but I'd love to promote the channel, have a loop of like fast track running, maybe bring one of my sets to run in a circle, not like to show off or anything, but just maybe like promote the channel, things like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And just meeting local, because Baltimore is not too far away or that area, and people do travel down to Timonium for that show. So I think it'd be a great networking experience and promoting experience, and just talk to people. And I do have some items to sell. If anyone is going to that show, I've got some. I think they're SD40 Virginians I'm going to sell that are MPC. I've got what else do I have? I've got 2 Southern Pacifics down here. It's an AA set that needs to go, and a couple of other just odd and end cars, things like that. Adam's going to Dragon Collection, and we're going to do a Dragon Valley. Oh, wow. That's cool. Spirit of 76. Hey, that's so cool. Yeah, yeah, some of those dragons and things like that are really ornate. Like they make them out of like what do you call it? Resin, like a resin cast, and they just paint them. Oh, they're really cool. I actually saw a couple that had lights in them. They're like breathing fire, and the coolest. I know people really get into dragons and like lore and stuff like that. I think it's so cool. But the coolest one I've seen is it was like a dragon on top of like a flask, and then they put in one of those foggers in it, like a mister or vaporizer, and it was actually like a vapor coming out the bottom. So cool. My buddy is running. It will be his second one. I'll have to look into that. If I can make it, I'll definitely be up there, because I've got friends all over that would probably be able to, well, probably be able to meet me up there. Should be pretty cool. Go to Timonium to shoot. Oh yeah. I've seen that before. I think it wasn't last year, because I don't think they did a show last year, but I think I saw that it might have been your channel that did a video there. I wish I could live stream from it. I just don't know how people would react to it, like being like, yeah, you're live on YouTube, you're YouTube famous now. And yeah, I don't want to get like in trouble, or not in trouble, but like I don't know. I don't want to get talked down to just for doing a live stream. I think it'd be kind of funny. Trying to look up when those shows. All right. But yeah, Timonium's a great show. If it's in the they call it the Cow Palace, which is not like derogatory or anything. It's literally like where they show the cows and things like that. So it's literally like the building's huge. It's a warehouse type building. Maybe like 300 yards long, 200 yards long. It's huge. And it's just all trains. My dad and I have been going to that show, and then there's also there's the Greenbergs, there's the Great Scale, and then there's the Modelers Train Show, and usually you find O Gauge in there here and there. So yeah, exactly, Sean. Yeah, people don't want to be on camera, filmed, things like that. And yes, it is public land because it's the state of Maryland. It's a state facility, but it's not worth testing those waters, saying, oh, you're on public land, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. Trust me. I might film like a little bit of maybe a short or something like that to post out there. Be really cool. Get on other people's live stream. Easier for you. Yeah. Hey, Lewis, how's it going? Yeah, I only catch the trains. Yeah, they do have layouts and things like that. They usually have a couple of. There's always a guy with an S gauge garden up there, and Hey, Jack, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. Have a great week. But yeah, there's always a giant S gauge garden. They run like a bunch of old flyer trains. They have a Ferris wheel that's made of I think it's an erector set that's all lighted and everything. I've been seeing that guy's setup or club setup for about 15 years now. So it's pretty crazy. But they also have a bunch of other people that come out for that, like a bunch of HO clubs, things like that. They'll run like 100-car trains around on their modular setups. There's always a couple of European layouts. One of them had like live catenary wires that the train would actually pick up the electric from that. So it's pretty cool. The Baltimore S Gaugers. Yeah, it's probably them. It's got to be. They've been there forever. I remember as like a youngster, like being this high, like seeing them still. Oh, Lewis is feeling sick. Yeah, I didn't go into work today. I just was not feeling it. It was just a weird day. I'm actually off on Friday, so it sounds really bad. I'm not one to play hooky at work, but I actually took off work this Friday to do more train filming. It's a vacation, so it'd be pretty cool. Randall, what's up? How's it going? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about this mug. So this is the weirdest mug ever. It's a big boy engine on the front. You can see right there. And unless it's something else, I believe it is a big boy engine. And it's got the old school tube track. And then if you do this, you're like, well, where's the Lionel logo? Well, if you're not a Lionel person, you know, this is the tube track Lionel's famous for. And you spin it around, and then the Lionel logo is right where the handle's at. If I hold this like a normal person, like this, or here, I'll do this, and you drink, with your left hand, you can see it, but I'm right-handed, so watch this. So you're just holding a mug with a train on it, and then the logo's hidden by the inside of your palm. Just kind of weird. I don't know if it's like a misprint, but I got this for, I think it was like a couple bucks at God, what was it? Like, I think it was like a thrift store. It was like on a shelf, and I'm like, that looks like Lionel. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, look, Lionel right there. It says like 1990 something. It's from Sherwood LLC, 2005. So it's pretty funny. Let's go to a little coffee. This was my office coffee mug before the world shut down. I have to bring it back to my office. Big boy or Challenger. I think it's a big boy because of the front. But it's just kind of ridiculous. I don't know. It's like I like trains, but I won't tell you what it is. But also they kind of missed the mark because they could have put the rear, like the tender, on this side and put the front of the loco on this side. I don't know. It's ridiculous, but it's here. The Trolley Club has, yeah, that one too. Yeah. I remember seeing that. They always have problems. I'm like, because you're running catenary wires. It looks really nice, though. They do a great job. I'm not going to crap on that. The trolley people are there is a whole nother world of trolley collectors and streetcar. And God forbid if I call a motor car a streetcar or a streetcar a motor car, that makes them upset too. So I'm like, if it has wires above, it's a streetcar or a trolley. If it doesn't, I call it the motor car. That's how I try to avoid it from getting in trouble, because I did a video a little bit ago at Colbrookdale, and I think one of my friends, he called it a trolley, and I don't know if I think I either called it a trolley or something like that, and someone around like gave me a nasty gram. It was like, it's not a trolley, it's a motor car. I was just like, whoa, okay, sorry. Like, guys, gotta give me a break. I like rails that are not buried in the road. I like like railroads. Jeez. Oh man. Yeah, something in the air. It's this Pennsylvanian air with all the Amish fragrance. That's what's making us all sick around. Oh man. Hey, at least this weekend wasn't that bad. So for anyone just stopping in, we chased 611 again. It's gonna be my second of 3 times in total chasing 611. I've got some other plans to go out there with some other friends in the next coming weeks. You guys will see that video. It's gonna be awesome. 611 did not disappoint. It was a great day at the Strasbourg as usual. I think I've been there like 10 times this year, not just filming, just even just hanging out because it's not too far away. But 611 was great. Some of the Railfan guys are great to talk to, really, really nice people. And it was just great, talking to other people that run their own YouTube channels, things like that. And also just getting the scoop on some of the motive power and some of the scheduling for Amtrak. We were able to catch 3 Amtrak locomotives shooting down those tracks or across those tracks down there at Paradise Junction. One of them was actually, the train number was 666. So we called it the Devil's Train, and it was cool. They did like a whole, they called it like a horn show. The engineer went crazy. He was like waving at us in the Metroliner cab. So cool. So it pays to like, hang out with, other people and things like that. It really was a great experience. And it's just great knowing other people in the community as well. Wasn't too crazy. Some people, I know some people get upset if you're like in their shots and everything like that. So I usually take my action camera, I'll put it somewhere, and then I'll walk away to get out of people's shots. It's not worth getting cursed at or said words to. It's, we're all there for the same thing, to love and record and document the locomotive. I don't want to start anything with people. And I know some people videotape the train. Some people take photographs. I like making videos, so I'm going to set that action camera up, walk away, view the locomotive from another perspective, let the camera do the work so I can get out of those guys' shots and everything. But it was a great experience. It was very busy. But like I said, the first week we were there, if Lewis is still here, he can tell you, it was raining cats and dogs. Water was everywhere. I walked down into the crossing at the Caboose Motel, and I stepped in about 3 inches of water. That was actually between the berm that comes off the red caboose. The tracks are like right here, but there's a little bit of a swale, like a what would you call it? A kind of like a collection point right there, and it just filled up with water. And I stepped in there. It was nasty. There you go, Leah. That really sucked that day. Yeah, it was raining. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, we filmed 611, and then I had to run, and then I had to check out like 2 spots really quick. Once I checked out those 2 spots, it stopped raining, and we were at the high ground. So I should have been at those first and then gone to the lower areas, after. But it was a lot of fun. Both days were great. So you guys will get the 611 video. I'm hoping sometime this week, later this week. But if you haven't checked it out, I filmed 611 like a month ago now, a little bit more than a month ago. So definitely check out that video. It was a lot of fun. So really quick, before we get running the trains, again, I'll show you guys some things I've been up to. I'm going to do a video on that as well coming up, of some of the, I don't want to call it upgrades, but modifications I've been doing to some of my cars and some things to do with LEDs and things like that. But here, I'll spin you guys around really quick. Whoa. Almost there. All right. Okay, let me just put this down. Let me grab a drink really quick. Grab some water. A trolley is a streetcar with a trolley pole with a ground wheel. Trolley itself. Note trolleys are usually streetcars, but not all streetcars are trolleys. Oh God. Yeah, cable cars. That's a good point. Like I said, the trolley, like the streetcar trolley people are, it's its own thing, but it's all amazing. In my opinion, like transportation history and transportation is just so cool. The history behind it and just how people used to move before the era of the automobile or the extreme era of the automobile. I wish I could take a train to work. It would save me a lot of gas, a lot of fuel. So, yeah, it wasn't that bad at the Red Caboose. I just stepped in a crap ton of water. It was great. Hey, RJ, what's up? And you guys will you'll see the what was it? The WKNS video that will be out tomorrow. RJ, he's in there periodically. He got to run in the cab for the ride back to Kempton. So if you guys, oops, getting all kinds of messages here on my phone. Give me a second. But yeah, if you guys are not subscribed to RJ's channel, definitely do that as well because he goes on railroad adventures as well. And if you guys are into adventuring, check out Lewis's channel. If you're into more O scale, check out Dockman. Adam's channel, awesome channel as well. A lot of history. Definitely check that out. Got a lot of great channels in here today. It's crazy. But yeah, RJ was in that video for the WKNS video, and he got to do the cab ride inside of a 45 tonner. So definitely check that out. It'll be so much fun. There is a streetcar rail versus streetcar automobile debate. I guess it's like the same as like, why do we park on a driveway and drive on a parkway? I mean, is that like the same thing? All right, guys, let me show you something really quick. She's going to smoke up a storm. It's fine. All right. Yeah, she's a smoker. Check this out. We'll smoke out the whole room real quick. So one of my lights burned out inside of one of these cars, and I got fed up with the incandescent lights. Here, let me actually turn her off real quick. Shoo, so loud. So what happened was the light burned out. I believe it was this car. Of course, it happened in the city of Pittsburgh car. There are incandescent sockets in here, and these are heavyweight Pennsy cars that came with a GG1 set from a couple years ago. And the incandescent light burned out. So I got tired of replacing the lights in these cars because I think I replaced 2 or 3 in the last year out of these cars, and the prices of incandescent lights are going up. But the great news is that the price of LEDs are going down. So I remember when basically the LED craze, I remember that whole thing started up, and LEDs were extremely hard to find or hard to price because they were just crazy expensive, especially for this hobby. So I was able to purchase LEDs to put inside of all of these cars. Now, I did a non-destructive modification by still leaving the socket and the ground wire still there. I just soldered to the base, and then I soldered the hot side to the center of the socket. So if I would like to use incandescent lights in the future, or if I sell these, I can actually take the LEDs out if someone really wanted to change them out. But they were that harsh white color, and I actually ended up painting them to create this amber color. So check this out. Compared to a typical LED color of that white. So Kind of like the end light here is all that harsh white color. So now all these are like a nice amber color. So I'm going to do a video on that coming up. Maybe this week, I'm going to modify a caboose. Just do a simple LED transfer. I'm going to call it a non-destructive repair of that. So it'd be pretty cool. Oh God, RJ is totally addicted to trains now. Congrats. Yeah, it's nothing new. Yeah, RJ got an O scale set, or O gauge, not O scale, O gauge set. It's pretty cool. I'm sure he'll do a video on that, but it's definitely pretty cool. Yeah, he's got most of that. The 1776 set's pretty awesome. An addictive hobby. Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, I've got a whole layout of stuff. Yeah, the amber light. I was going for that compared to that white light, just because I thought it looked more like the era of the cars and everything. I just thought it was more relaxing to look at compared to that harsh white. Now, the LEDs are pretty cheap. They're from a company called Evermodel or Evamodel. And I'll be doing, like I said, I'll do a video on it and show you guys the products, some of the variations of LEDs that they make, things like that. Should be pretty cool. But we're going to get to running some trains, get these trains rolling up here. But on track 1 today, I've got 1361 pulling some heavyweight Pensies. I've got her grandma next to her. This is a 2025 Lionel sitting next to her. Hey, Randall's back. Add tractors to that. Up top, we'll pan over there, show you guys what's going on. That's the Baldwin AS616 Pensie theme. Pulling Conrail boxcar, the Golf tanker, the NS Heritage covered hopper. Behind that, we've got the Penn Central boxcar. Then behind that, we got the beacon car or the spotlight car searchlight car, and then the Conrail caboose. And I forgot what I have on the center track being pulled by the Pensie. We can move him out. See what we got. And this is a starter set. Pensie. I think it's what is it? It's an 040. Sorry, I couldn't see the wheels. It's really close to the 475 kit or 90 kit that Strasbourg sells, but it's like a starter set style. And actually, I upgraded a couple of the lights in the locomotive. I actually gave it a cab light. Here, let me move it out of the way. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a cab light in there now. And then I also put a light on the rear of the tender for the spotlight there, headlight. That's also an LED in there. HO scale Tyco Spirit of 76 steam engine was the first engine I was allowed to buy. $10 now it had. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Yeah, I remember growing up and at the train shows, I would always have to look. My dad would say, looking is not touching. Keep your hands in your pockets. Don't touch anything or anything like that. But I think the first car that I ever was involved with purchasing was I think it was a flat car. It was a Pennsylvania flat car, MPC era. And it was pretty cool. I remember being able to put like logs and stuff in it. But that was like the first car I remember buying. And I thought it was like a big deal because my dad's like, yeah, we're going to buy a car today. because I don't think we were really buying stuff. We weren't really like avid collectors. He was more of like an appreciator of Lionel. We didn't have like a giant collection until a little bit later. Then we started buying stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and RJ set that I forgot, it's the Rocky Mountain special. I keep on giving him stuff because I'm like, yeah, it's the Rock. It just doesn't sound right, like Rocky Mountain special. But yeah, it comes with a ton of cars, a bunch of track. You got that 027 track in there. 2 switches. I think it has like a classification yard with it. It's pretty cool. I wish I had something like that when I was growing up. I think it would have influenced my hobby even more. Whoops. I'm trying to show you guys that cab light. It's really hard to see, but it's there. It's just really faint. Kind of like a real cab light in one of these locomotives. Let's see. Yeah, it's really hard to see in there. But the tender light works really well. And I kind of want to start doing a video of like, what could Lionel do? Now, the crazy thing is when I drilled out the light, here, I'll leave it on a little bit so you guys can see that. So the tender light, the one that's blinking right now, that actually has a blank in there. So Lionel could have put a tender light in there, but they just chose not to. There's also a hole going from the bottom of the fixture to the tender. So I didn't have to do any like destructive wiring or anything like that, putting this LED in there. I started drilling out the ornamental tender fixture, or the light fixture for it, and this piece just rolled out of it. So I'm like, okay, they put a blank in there, so they could have put a light in there all along. And then I just wired it up using the leads for the whistle. Now the whistle circuit in here is garbage. It just doesn't have enough, like, bottom end to it to get it moving. It doesn't pull enough amperage or whatever. It just doesn't crank. So that unfortunately does not work, but the tender does look a lot better. I also need to add some weight to that tender. So that's what's going on in this track. Let's see what we got. We got the 040 tender, Pennsy coal hopper, boxcar, merchandise, service, gondola, Pennsy searchlight car. It's actually the searchlight car that came with this set. And then we have, to finish it off, we have a Menards Pennsy caboose. Hey, Heath, what's going on? Anyone got a rollback? Why? What happened? I know someone in here that can drive one, but, it's kind of a far drive between where they live and where you live. Yeah, here, it's downloading. Hold up for a second. I'm going to take a drink. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Oh, no, not a picture of that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys have to tune in to the next video from the WKNS Railroad, because then you'll see, just give you guys a sneak peek of that. There's RJ putting a pine cone on my head. You guys will have to definitely check out that video. It's a lot of fun. Just to give you guys another sneak peek. Actually, I'll show you guys that later. Oh, he sent the picture. Is he going to do it? All right, cool. Rocky Mountain Special. Let's see if it does it. Oh, yeah. Come on, autofocus. Yeah. Check that out. Pretty sick. What do you guys think of that? It's got a ton of cars. I mean, what do you got? Like, I think we already talked about this. It was like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars and an engine. And I like the advertisement. Look at this. If you zoom in, it says huge layout. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Oh, huge. Huge. Pretty amazing, you know. I'm happy for him. I mean, like I said, if I would have gotten one of those as a kid, I think my addiction for trains would have been a lot worse, you know. But it is what it is. No, Heath, I know what a flatbed is. Or a rollback. I was saying, like, I know someone in here that knows how to use it rollback. Tom, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Chrome tank car. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's like things are worth whatever is someone that's willing to pay. It's the best way to say that. But collectors go crazy for some of these cars, and you never know. Sometimes there's a gem in there, but it looks like a really, really cool set. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a crazy weekend. I did a short, kind of a sneak peek. So I've been doing like YouTube shorts. If anyone in here is looking to promote your channel and just get a quick video out there, if you don't have time to do like a full video or in between editing videos, I highly recommend doing shorts. They've been very popular as of late. My 611 short is doing very well. My 475 short just hit over 1,000 views this past week, and then number 17, York 17 from the NCR is doing amazing. It's got over, I think, over 4,000 views, and just those watch minutes. Yeah, you can't get monetized from the content itself, but the watch minutes help the channel grow, and they add up to your watch time. So it's pretty cool. How do you do those shorts? Now, okay, so you can use a mobile device if you have the. None of my shorts did well. So Heath, sometimes like it's weird. Like I did a short of my train frying up. Like how cool is that? But it only has like 200 views or so. I think it's something to do with the way of I don't know, maybe like the title and stuff like that. But if you see like a train flying by or something like that, just take a short or take a video of it. And then what you do is that you edit out whatever you want in the software. So just really quick, the shorts, how they work is that you go on the YouTube app. I'll see if I can show you guys really quick. Hey, look, there's my live stream right there. So this is so weird. I'm watching myself on that's weird. I don't know. This reminds me of Spaceballs. You know, does anyone, I know some people in here probably have seen Spaceballs, but like, look, it's my stream. It's like, when is then? Now, you know, whatever. So what you do is you go on the YouTube app, not the studio app, and then you hit the plus. Actually, sorry, there's a button now that says shorts at the bottom. There's a baby shark, whatever. Don't hit the shorts button. What you do, you hit the plus sign right here. Hit the plus. Are you doing a short about your live stream? No, I'm going to show you guys how to do it really quick. Wait, is Heath heading out? Oh, man. I need to head out with the dog. Have a good night. Hey, Heath, I'll see you. I'm hoping to get in the stream on Friday. So I've been so busy with work. Like I said, I called out today. Wasn't feeling too hot, but I do work at home on Fridays, so I can actually tune in during my lunch break. So I'll do that on Friday, but I'll see you then. Be safe out there with the dog. I know it's a crazy place out there. So you go to the plus button and you go to create a short. And then it says YouTube would like to access your photos. And you can actually select photos in there. And that's how you do it. You're given a template pretty much of 15 seconds. You can slide back and forth and you can actually use their music. So if you do 15 seconds, that's the maximum amount of time you get. And let's just say, trying to get out of the app. There we go. So after it gives you the 15-second window, you slide your footage around to whatever you'd like to show for the 15 seconds. You can hit the text and it'll show like a caption above. You can actually time captions. It's a lot of fun. And then the music, you can pretty much search any music you would like unless it's protected. So a lot of the music I used was not protected. So it's all used by it's all free to use by YouTube standards. You're not going to get flagged for it or anything like that because they're non-monetized shorts. But they do help your watch time. That's the biggest thing, and subscribers, and it really helps boost your channel in the smallest way possible. But they're pretty cool. It's almost like TikTok shorts. Yeah. I have seen TikTokers upload shorts on YouTube. I don't personally like TikTok. I think it's annoying. But I don't even use TikTok, but some YouTube shorts, if you go through the short feed, you can see people that have uploaded through TikTok and YouTube. So be aware of that. There's also, for some reason, a lot of like weird foreign shorts of just weird construction videos and things like that. But usually if train stuff does really well on there too. So let's run some trains real quick. In the yard, I forgot to mention what I've got on standby in the yard. Spin you guys around. Ta-da. All right, let's see what we got. 2025 is ready to swap out the 1361. I've got my Seaboard SD unit. Got my NW2 back there with the beacon car ready to go. And on the center track, you guys can't see, it's hidden by the switch tower. See, I'll raise this nice and slow. I've got my Chessie U-boat sitting there on standby. So let's get these trains rolling. You guys have waited long enough to see some trains run. We got all these rolling. Let's light up the 1361. We'll get her smoking nice first. So much red. There we go. That's a girl. Smoke it up. Oh, yeah. It smells like burning cotton candy. Nikki talked me into buying cotton candy smoke, so it's still burning off the big boy steam, big boy smoke. So now I got cotton candy big boy smoke. Yeah. All right, got the 040 going around. And let's get that Baldwin going. Yeah, it smells like probably what was it, Mutant Clowns from Outer Space or whatever? Yeah, it literally smells like burnt popcorn and candy up in here. Hey, Railfan Roger. I think she needs more smoke fluid, honestly. Yes, killer clowns from outer space. That's it. Killer clowns from outer space. That's my fault. Oh man, it smells so bad now. Whew. Roger, I think 611's only running on weekends. Oh, she's at Steam. Let's get her rolling. Well, RJ, the crazy thing is with that movie, I think they reused the killer clowns from outer space costumes for Ernest Scared Stupid for like the troll costumes. It was like the same production studio or costume house, and they just modified the killer clowns from outer space costumes into the trolls. Yeah, Roger, I'm not sure if they're only running on weekends or not, but I'm not positive on that. But that's what I heard. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. If you look at the head of the lead troll, I think it looks like the one of the aliens with the longer head or something like that. Pretty crazy. I think the 040 needs more smoke. Actually, she's doing all right. Yeah, I heard about that through I think it was like Minty Comedic Arts. He's a YouTube channel. He does like 10 things you didn't know. There's like he does a lot of pop culture videos. He talked about it. Oh yeah, One Piece. Yeah, I remember seeing that back in college. No Gomez Adams shenanigans. Nah, not today. Not today. Well, we'll switch a track though. Probably be the closest thing we'll do today. Like Gomez. Hooterville Cannonball. I by mistake decoupled the train. So we'll do this. Change it one K4 for another. Hey, Brian Rock, how's it going? A little bit of a switching operation here. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Yes, I do run template stuff. Can actually get this train up top. Give me a second. Love the trains. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm actually doing a little bit of a switching operation here. I'm trying to get this K4 to cooperate. Trying to send her back into the yard. We're bringing out the grandmom. All right, so that's good. We can turn that track off. And we should be able to run. Yeah, it's a Chessie U-boat. We'll get her running soon, I promise. I'm going to give these trains up top a rest. And I've got the 2025 behind the platform here. There she is. Shoo. Let her run around a couple times. But yes, I do run some template stuff. Not frequently, but I do have a couple videos out of the template collection. Whoops. Brian Rock, would you ever have a turntable and roundhouse? Yeah, definitely. If I had the room for it, that might be a great addition for maybe like behind the yard. It'd have to be another modular layout because this whole space, this whole table was designed to be able to move out on wheels if I have to access that crawl space. That's the roof crawl space in there. So wherever the U.S. trespassing sign is or whatever, that is like an access portal to the roof. Like this is the ceiling of the house, like right here. I'll show you guys really quick, give you a tour. So that is the roof of the house right in here. Yes, that is a Chessie special. It isn't a collector's. Sorry, it is a collector series. It came with an entire set of. I have this already. um, it came with a collector set. It came out with this locomotive. It's a U. I think it's a U36C chassis, and it came with the Citgo car, a set of the radioactive car with the 2 radioactive waste containers, just like the old post-war ones. It came with the Citgo tanker car. I think I already mentioned that. It came with a Lionel commemorative box car, a Chesapeake and Ohio, and I think Western Maryland caboose. And what else? Oh, it also came with a crane car, and then a couple other items. It actually came with so many cars. This little diesel here can barely pull them. It's really funny. I think it also came with a box car too, but it was a whole commemorative set for some type of special edition. But the cars are amazing. I love the look of the locomotive. It's actually just in the yard to be switched out today, here and there. Yeah, this set I believe is about 30 years old or so. But we'll get that locomotive running in a little bit. Yeah, RJ's seen everything already. Would you ever buy a Amtrak high-speed train set? Definitely, yeah. Possibly maybe like a Metroliner set. That'd be really cool. Even just some Amtrak cars to be pulled with a Pennsy loco, something like that would be really interesting. Sleepy. Let me get this E unit locked on this locomotive. The E unit in my 2025 likes to jump. She needs to be tightened down. There it goes. It locked itself up. Oh, come on, help me out here. Actually, I could put a piece of tape on it for now. I locked it in forward. Yeah, so the E unit on this 2025, beautiful loco. It's got the aluminum stack on her. Just the E unit likes to jump. So the reverse unit, if it hits a switch or a bump, it likes to flip itself on and off, which is a lot of fun. Hey, RJ, thank you so much for modding. I'll see you around. Have a great night. Let's do this for now. Put that. Oh, usually I wouldn't do this, but I want to run it. I don't want it to switch on me. Yeah. I mean, I love running trains up here too when they work, when they like to work properly. I don't know if that's going to hold or not. I just don't want to mess up this shell. All I need is something in there to lock the E unit. That's all I need. There it goes. And I got the original whistle tender with it. To get more track, you can mock or switch to Z scale. Oh, geez, yeah. I wouldn't mind getting a Z-scale set for like my office at work. Be a lot of fun. There she goes. Classic Lionel locomotive right there. Virginia Creeper yesterday. I saw the 475 sister 433. Oh, wow. I'd love to check out that loco. Hey, Capeland Railfan, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week. Stay safe as well. All right, so I'm going to have to change out. The mistake I did before, so the PS1 locomotives like the K4 on the left, or actually the right side of the screen, that basically has a feature. If you stop it and you hit the whistle a certain amount of times, it decouples the cars. So I did that by mistake. So this time I'm actually going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to take the train off the track. So I'm going to take 2025 off and sit her on the floor. Actually, right in front of me. I'll sit her right here. Shoo. She's an oldie locomotive, but does a great job. Hey, Randall, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, wow. I've been pretty quiet. So, yeah, let's see if I can get this U-boat started up. Move this back. Right. Get some power to the track. And it's in there's that classic MPC buzz. Oh, 55. Oh, 55. Oh, switcher. Yeah. Pull these guys up. All right. Yeah, of course, these are the passenger cars that Lionel really screwed up with. They have the tabs for the decoupler, and they hit the center rail. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, if it hits the center rail, it shorts out because the rest of the truck is grounded or your return. So I can't use the decoupler on these, or I can't decouple the cars if the track is hot. Also, it looks like my light bulb's out inside the U-boat. Yeah, the light's burned out. Oh, no. That just means I'll have to put LEDs in there. Oh, I get it. 2 hands. Yeah, exactly. So, guys, I guess the next LED conversion will be this chassis. I'll do a video on that. Really quick, I'll show you guys the Southerns that I'm going to try to sell at the train show. Take a couple of that. We'll put her back in the yard. I'll be nice to her. So let's get her back in the yard. Another project I'm going to have to do up here is actually put all these switches in accessory mode so they switch more efficiently and better, I guess, especially up top on the looping track. I have to definitely hook that up to accessory mode because I can run lower voltage trains up there, like my Williams stuff that doesn't draw as much power. So that's definitely on the list of things to do. But here, I'll show you guys the AA set that I'm trying to possibly sell at that train show if I can get that table. So give me 1 second here. Put them on the track. Great. Here's one. And there's two. All right, let's see. Whoops. These are those Southern Pacifics that I'm going to try to sell at if I can get at that train show. So I believe these are also U-boats. Not as pretty, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Southern Pacific. Like I have some Southern Pacific, but I'm not a huge collector of them. But I feel like they need to go to a better home where they can be appreciated and ran. They run really quiet. I've been through them and I've fixed them up and everything. So, I mean, I think they look pretty cool. It's just, they're not, I don't know. They're just not for me. I don't know. They run nice and quiet. But there's one locomotive I definitely wanted to run tonight to show you guys that I ended up fixing up. I got the parts working for it. Take these guys off the track really quick. Nice Southern Pacifics. They don't have a horn or anything like that, but they are both lighted. It looks like the lights are just not working. So I have to go through there and figure that out. But the other locomotive is the Seaboard over here. You guys can barely see it, but I'll get that out of the yard. Show you guys. And that is definitely staying in the collection. I love the paint scheme on her. Whoops. And this is a beaut. I love this. I'll show you guys really quick. There you go. It's got a jumpy E unit in her, but I love this locomotive. That ain't going anywhere. I love the decals on it and the paint scheme, and then also the striping on the front, which you guys will see as it goes around the track and everything. But yeah, this was just fixed up. I did an LED package in this as well on the front, and then the rear have headlights in it, also a cab light. Runs pretty smooth. It's got a like I said, just a typical jumpy E unit for this MPC stuff. But she likes to fly. Let me actually open up the coupler on it. Oh. Let's see. There we go. Typical MPC. Well, we coupled up. Yep, there we go. But yeah, this one was actually missing the motor clips. And it works perfectly fine now, other than the jumpy E unit. Here, we'll get everything running one last time or so. It's almost 10 o'clock. Radar, how's it going? This one does not have magnet traction, but the 624 that I have and the Eries do. But I do not believe this one has magnet traction. But yeah, I do like the magnet traction stuff, other than some of my switches. They seem to get tied up on them. Here, I'll run this Baldwin up top. Yeah, the traction tires are kind of finicky, you know. Some of them, I've actually had traction tires on like brand new locomotives fall off. There's actually where is it? It's actually on the floor. It's a traction tire that got stuck in the gears of my 746, the Williams 746 that I have, and I actually ended up breaking off the nickel wheel binding on the wheel, and it shot it out. So yeah, traction tires do suck really bad. Or sometimes if you're lucky, the engine will have enough weight. We'll be able to pull them around. Holy crap. Yeah, radar. That's actually the same situation that happened with my GG1. I've got a here, I'll turn off the Baldwin real quick. So yeah, I've actually, when I got my GG1, it's actually the GG1 that came with the set of Pennsy cars that are rolling around right here, right in front of you guys right now. And I opened up the box, and it actually was missing 2 traction tires right out of the box. And then we put it on the track to run the GG1 and actually spit them out. And that was a brand new GG1, not Lion Chief or anything. It's just a conventionally controlled GG1. Let's see if this, I think it's an SD40 or SD38. Let's see if we can do the switches. There we go. Yeah, I honestly hate like when they throw traction tires on, and then sometimes because they ship them overseas and everything, sometimes they fall off and everything, just from shipment and things like that, or just salt water and stuff. I've just had like weird experiences with like some of the imported Lionel stuff with traction tires. Hey Ray at Golden Leaf, how's it going? Thank you so much. Got some new things running tonight. Let's see. Oh, it decided to go this way. Switch the track back. Yeah, she likes to go fast. Here, I'm going to give that steam engine, that 040, a break when it comes back around. I'll switch it out for the Norfolk Southern high nose that I got. Give her a break. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. All the way down there. In 1 second, I'm going to switch it out. All right, so we're all switched out, ready to roll. Radar commented, really wish they had offer Magna Traction. I have the baby K4 on order from Lionel. So I'll have to check into that because I'm looking to get a newer K4 because right now I've got the 1361 MTH and it's Protosound 1, I think from 1997. But I like to get a newer K4 with some other sounds and things like that. But my favorite K4 of them all, honestly, is my 2025. Just because it's classic post-war. It's not Magna Traction, but it has the Baldwin drivers. I think it's from 1949 or so. I think it's the third variation before they got into the black stack. So mine's got the aluminum separate stack. It's pretty cool. Just getting a drink of water. All right. So we'll get both these high nose, high hoods rolling around on the main line here. But yeah, I really wish they did offer Magna Traction as well. It'd be really cool. Maybe they should do like a vintage. It'd be cool if they did like a throwback series because I know they did the anniversary series here and there, but like I've got a celebration series, but it doesn't have Magna Traction. It's all plastic. It's the EP5 New Haven celebration set, but it's a lot of fun. It just it doesn't have the weight and the Magna Traction as the EP5s back then would. Throwback Thursday. That'd be cool. You guys give me an idea for like another live stream series, but I'd only have to I do one of those like maybe once a month or something. Taking a trip to Tennessee next month to Pigeon Forge. Wow. You'll have fun. There's tons of things to do there. I've heard like Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, all that, tons of things to do. First engine you bought on eBay, 2020, 2035 K4. I think that's the later one. That's the 50 style K4. They're both excellent locomotives. Anything K4, I'm all about it. And I'm really excited that they're getting 1361 back on the track soon to be operational. And last week that actually passed. Actually, I think it's 2 weeks ago now. It passed non-destructive boiler testing by the FRA. So we're going to get a K4 running again up in PA. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for that. Railfan Roger, it's only 2 hours where I am in Kentucky. The Spirit of Altoona, yes. It's going to be awesome. Let's get both these high hoods rolling. The Seaboard is finicky, but it's a great locomotive. It's got one of those really sticky drum E units in it. All right, I think I got it working now. Two six 2644. I think that's. I'm not exactly sure what the 2644 is or was, but the K4 is that. Okay, what's going on back there? K4s are 462s. Imagine if 1361 and 611 double. I'd be afraid the 16 or the 611 would pull 1361 apart. I'd be like terrified. But I've heard like the K4 is one of the greatest steam locomotives ever made. It was an efficient and fast locomotive. Like that's just what I've heard by a bunch of historians and things like that. I mean, I'm kind of biased because I'm Pennsylvanian, like Pennsylvania rail fan over here. You know, I think the K4 is probably one of the greatest locomotives ever made. I don't know if it's the greatest, but it's close to the greatest. And apparently they used to run those on the old Pennsy main line, which is now the NCR. It's pretty cool. It looked like an articulate locomotive, but it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, they've got a K4 at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum in Strasburg or Ronks, PA, closer to Strasburg. And I've heard that's never going to run again. It's dead in its tracks. And their mountain engine can't run for some reason. It's got other issues, but I think every locomotive, from what I've been told at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum, has a rusted boiler or like a completely eaten through boiler. They just made them look pretty. So it's sad, but they're preserved at least in the museum. I know a couple years ago they were also talking about building that roundhouse at the Pennsy Museum, but it hasn't happened yet. They do have the turntable. They've got the I think it's a Reading turntable just chilling there, but yeah, I'm not sure. L&N Country and NW. Wow, okay. Yeah, Norfolk Western. Um, I'm getting to know a lot of their stuff because there's a lot of cool engines that they had, and I wouldn't mind picking up some more stuff. But like I said, I'm kind of biased because I really like the Pennsylvania, the CNO, BNO, and just local ish railroads. Have you heard about the 7312? I'll have to look that up because I'm pretty familiar with their museum. Railfan Roger, I need 475's whistle. Are you talking about the hooter they just switched out or the factory whistle? Wicked, what's up? How's it going? So, for anyone that's looking forward to going to Strasbourg and seeing 475, they've got the hooter that's on there now. They switched it out. So it's just crazy. So the YouTube short I posted of 475 from exactly like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. They had their constructed, um, I believe it's a shop constructed whistle, the tritone, but now they brought it back as the hooter, probably because of 611. So that means they might be doing one of those photo shoots soon. I'm not exactly sure of what they're going to do. Got my computer working temporarily. Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh man. 382's whistle. Okay. Oh, Steam Liquid 31. Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about that one. 2010. Wow. 060. XCN. Okay. Now is that at the museum right now, or is that in Strasbourg's um, property? Because I've heard they've got a bunch of other steam locomotives that are like in pieces or in restoration phases, all kinds of weird stuff. But I remember as a kid seeing that they had a saddle tank, or not a saddle tank, a camelback. I was gonna say wrong animal. They have a camelback in there somewhere, and I remember seeing that as a kid. It's an old Pennsy camelback or CNJ camelback that's just chilling there. Saber tooth oh, I hope they fix it up. It'd be great to see a working camelback, but God help the people that have to work it. It's gonna be hot. Just think of like 89, but a 060 and shrunken. I don't know if you can get much smaller than 89. 89 looks like a toy. Here, I'll spin this around so you guys can see me. There we go. Uh, so new case and power supply and oh wow. Yeah, I'm still working off of my Mac. I got my Max from 2015. It's still kicking butt, and I like it. So I don't need a new computer yet, but I'm looking for new editing software for the videos to give me some more options and things to do during the videos and things like that, other than to splice and dice and put music on there and some effects. I'd like to get some, new tricks thrown in there, things like that. I'm not sure, Roger. I'll have to look into that. 2156 X NNW. Oops. There we go. I got my 2025 sitting here on the desk. I don't want to knock her down. That would be awful. Oh, geez. Yeah, power supplies apparently on computers don't last, depending on what you do with it. But my college friends, when they were doing gaming and stuff, their power supplies would die after a couple years because they would just crank them up, just overwork them. But so far, so good with this computer. Everything's working great. It's still a laptop, works great. I wouldn't mind getting a Mac Mini, but then I can't transport it if I want to edit something on the road or do something like that. So I'll probably end up getting like another MacBook Pro if I need one. This one's working fine thus far. Oh, you guys built your own computers? Yeah, I was going to do that when I got into gaming and stuff a while back. So it's pretty cool. Q1, Q2, T1, or S1. Oh, like the duplex? Was it the S1 or the because I think the T1's that's the Reading T1. That's the oh man, I don't want to mess this up. It's a 284. I forgot what that is. Yes, the duplex. Okay. They're trying to do a project on that. There is a project on the duplex. They've gotten a bunch of parts already made and cast. The thing is, I think it's gonna be kind of cool to see a duplex working again. Maybe like in 10 years when they get the money to finish it up and everything. But they already have a tender. They have a couple wheels cast. I think they have the front of it, parts of the front made up. I think the boiler's made up. But I think the duplex, I don't know how well it's going to work because the original duplex was pretty much scrapped because of just technical issues with traction. This is from what I've heard, and this is from diehard rail fans, not anyone, crapping on steam engines, but it had issues with traction because of where the drive wheels were. But it's such a cool looking loco. It'd be another streamlined engine back on the rails. We rode on the Reading. When the Reading rode again, I got a cinder in my eye. So I'm going to be at the Reading and Northern pretty soon. I'm hoping they're going to run 425. It'd be my first time up that way in Jim Thorpe. So I'm really looking forward to that. But that video will be out shortly. I just have to get up there and film first. But you guys will get a cool look at that. But I'm hoping they're running 425 that weekend, that beautiful blue steam locomotive. You guys talking about model trains, real and fake. Well, real trains and I was gonna say real trains and model toy trains. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. There's going to be a new Pennsylvania Railroad 4444 soon. It's a lot of fours. I can't wait to see 1309. I've been trying to contact the Western Maryland Scenic when that's going to be done. I heard that they're running excursions again. So maybe I can call them and ask them for some information on that, but I don't want to push them on that. Railfan Roger, good thing it's not an 8-8. 8-8. God, you guys are great. Hey, Knights Raid, how's it going? Have you ever seen Lionel's U36B engine from the 70s? I have not. I've got a U36C. I've got a couple of those up here, but it's pretty cool. Went to this place in England that had about 1 acre of model trains roving throughout the place. Totally rad. Yeah, they love trains over there. When I went to England a few years ago, they had a bunch of Markland, I believe, in Harrods store. It was awesome. They had an entire train set up there, and they had trains everywhere. They actually had live steam kits, all kinds of crazy stuff. Play Train Song is great, one by Todd Snyder. I'll definitely have to check that out. Oh Lord, you just realized what he put. Then Edward Counter by a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It'll be like a train. It'll be like a centipede train or whatever. I've seen those engines all over the place. It's pretty cool. It will be Steam Loco number 5550. Huh. Here, I'll check that out right now. That sounds really interesting. Guys are coming up with all crazy ideas for like wheel arrangements. The largest engine I've ever seen thus far is the Allegheny engine at the B&O. It is a 666, or I think it's a 26666, and that is the craziest locomotive I've ever seen. It's huge. I think it's bigger than the big boys. And that is one engine that would be so cool to see working again, but it's never going to run. It's just, 2666. Yep. The Allegheny. Those are so cool. And the window, like I've said on this channel before, the window you get to look out is literally like this big. That's it. That's all you get. And the engine goes on for, God, I bet you the engine and tender combined is like over 100 feet, easily over 100 feet. It's ridiculous. Check out Beaconsfield Model Railway Club, the best. I'll definitely have to check that out. There's a bunch of clubs over there, and I've got a couple viewers that live in the UK and also Australia, and there's tons of railroads everywhere. Between those two countries and continents, Europe and Australia, they love their railroads, and I'm like completely unfamiliar. And apparently in Australia and the UK, they model a lot of American railroads in those two, continents in that case, really. Two different places, thousands of miles apart, modeling American railroads. I think it's kind of cool. Gus is back. Hey. So let me look up that engine. It's the PRR 5550. Oh yeah. That's the duplex. Yep. Yeah, they got the front made. They've got what else they got made on this thing? They've got a couple wheels cast according to pictures. Let's see. There's actually the T1 Foundation that they're raising money to build this locomotive. I'll show you guys a picture of it so you're not completely left out here. But the Pennsylvania Railroad Class T1 Duplex Drive 444 steam locomotive, well, actually 4444 steam locomotive, introduced in 1942 through 1946, were the last steam locomotives built for the PRR, and arguably the most controversial. They said they are ambitious and technologically sophisticated. Big word here. Powerful, fast, distinctively streamlined by Raymond Louis. Now, Raymond Louis is actually a very famous streamliner. He did lots of artwork, similar to like the Dreyfus steam locomotive from the New York Central. Very famous artist. But yeah, it was scrapped like 2 years later. I've heard that it had so many issues with traction, but the heck with that. It's 2021. We can figure this stuff out. We've got computers, we've got engineers, we've got people like throwing money at stuff. We'll figure it out. So I'm not worried about it. Heavier than the big boy, plus higher axle loading, I believe. Not as powerful though. Yeah, I don't think it's as powerful. I think, did they upgrade the big boys to use bunk oil, or are they always coal with a stoker? I wasn't sure if they did that, because I know the UP experimented with I believe gas turbine. I'm just talking like power wise. I'm not saying the big boy used this, but they experimented with gas turbines and coal dust. Uh, what do you call them? Diffusers and oil, like bunker C oil or bunk oil. I know they experimented with that as well. I'm not sure if the big boy completely used coal with a stoker, or they mixed it up with bunk oil or bunker C oil. But yeah, it is a giant locomotive, and I'm hoping one of these days they can get something like that running again up on this side of the United States. I know you guys have UP's big boy running around. I see videos of it all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a big boy. I may never see it unless I travel a couple hundred miles, southwest. Hey, Henry, thank you so much for stopping in. See you guys next week. Have stuff to do. No worries. We're all busy people. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping in. But yeah, we've got a bunch of things happening on the channel. So I'm going to, just as an update for anyone watching now, and not sure if anyone will watch the replay this late because we're pretty deep into the stream. We're about 2.5 hours in. But just to let you guys know that are watching, first off, thank you so much for stopping in. And this week we'll have tomorrow at around 9 a.m. on or about, I'm going to upload the WKNS video, which is the Wanamaker, Kempton, and Southern Railway up in, we'll just say Pennsylvania. Kempton, Pennsylvania. Was a great trip. We had a great experience there. I was with RJ78 Productions, and he got the cab tour. I decided to take the open air car. So that video will be up tomorrow around 9-10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look out for that video. It's a little bit longer. It's around 27 minutes or so, but a great railroad adventure. Next, I'll have some tutorials to tape this week. So you guys will definitely get some new tutorial videos out. Maybe not a review this week, but definitely there's some tutorials I'd like to do. The next thing is the Strasburg video I did last weekend, and I've got a couple of localized videos I like to post to advertise some newer commerce locally, and those will be up this week too. So definitely check out for those. It's going to be a busy week with content. Like I said, I'm going to be heading up to the Reading and Northern within the week, so you guys will get that video as well, probably in about another week or so. I'll be with a bunch of my great friends and mentors of the YouTube community, and we're gonna have a great time. Be my first ride on the Reading and Northern, and we're riding, I believe, in a caboose this time, compared to a prior experience I heard through the bushes that the caboose was overbooked or double booked. But this time we're definitely in the caboose. It's gonna be great. You guys will get that video. I don't know if I'll do like a live stream. I may not get service out there, but definitely going to be a video on that. Imagine a 222-888 for working. Wow. That'd be insane. I don't know if rail could take that amount of abuse. I mean, we've got like 150-pound rail locally, and the trains already make the whole like ground shake and everything, Nothing in the gorge. Oh man. Shoot, that means I'll have to film and then show you guys. Oh darn. I have to bring my camera stuff. Oh no. Now we'll have a great time. It's gonna be so cool. Be a bunch of us YouTubers climbing around a caboose and filming for you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. But I'm hoping they're running 425. I'm hoping. But if it's a diesel, if it's like a Jeep, I mean, that's fine. Definitely won't be missing out, with that. So it's all good. So we're going to do one last train run. I'm going to call it a night because it's getting late. It's about 10:30. I got to wake up nice and early for work. Yeehaw. But always got to work, got to make money so I can buy more trains and go other new places on Earth. So let me show you guys some more train stuff. We'll get rolling. We'll show you guys this side of the layout. Let's get these trains rolling once more. All right, come on, here we go. Nope. Sticky E unit. The Erie had 3 28882s, and the Virginian had 1. Oh, wow. Must have a power move on. This train has got 7 units on the point. Jeez. That's like what we saw up at Horseshoe Curve. They had 6 power units. It was so cool. We saw an SD38-2, and then we saw a GP40-2, and then they had, I think the rest were just -2 locomotives. I'm not sure what the numbers were on those, but it was so cool with 6 power heading units, 2 pushers at the end. It was amazing. The freight train was probably about 1.5 miles long. It was ridiculous. Amazing. So, whoops, going the wrong way. The engine was under the tender. Oh, wow. Here we go. Get all 3 tracks in there. Hey, Radar, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week as well. All right, everyone. So we lower this camera down real quick. So definitely this week, look out for. Actually, let me move the camera over so you guys don't see the screen. But definitely look out for some of the videos that will be coming out. Railroad content, toy scale train content, all kinds of good stuff coming out. Trying to do more tutorials to basically share with you guys some of the repair tricks that I have or some of the modification tricks that I've been working on for a while. So there I am. So, shoo, it's hot up here, guys. So thank you all so much for stopping in tonight. Like I said, look out for those videos. Tomorrow we'll have the WKNS video online on YouTube. Nice and early. Not too early, so I don't wake you guys up. I got in trouble for that once. I posted a video at midnight, and one of my favorite fans, one of my good friends, was like, he texted me, and he was like, "Dude, you woke me up. Like, what are you doing?" So no more of that. So probably around 9 a.m. or so, I'll be putting that video up. I got to finish doing all the details tonight on that, making sure the thumbnail looks all pretty for you guys. But, you know, it is what it is. So definitely look out for that. Like I said, a couple tutorials coming out, a lot of LED modification videos. I've got a lot of stuff planned to show you guys some of my tips and tricks for trying to preserve some of your models, some of your toy trains that maybe you had as family heirlooms or you're given. And some of those light bulbs, like the incandescent lights, will melt some of the innards of your trains and cars. I've seen complete state set of heavyweight post-war cars, or some of them even like pre-war. The plastic on the inside melts or they become deformed. So I'm going to try to preserve these cars for time and time again. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Anyone watching the replay or new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. All my current and future subscribers, thank you all so much for being here on this awesome Monday-Runday. Had a great time hanging out with you guys tonight. Whew. But until the next railroad adventure, everyone, happy railroading. Have a great night. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Good night, everyone. Have a great week.